We set up a fully automated ad workflow using n8n. It could turn product links into video ads automatically. But after testing it, we realized something most people don't talk about. We'll walk you through the full setup step by step. And by the end, you'll know exactly how to set this up yourself and start turning product links into video ads automatically. What we found after setting this up is where things get really interesting. Let me give you a quick preview of what this workflow looks like in action. Most dropshippers are still doing this manually. They find a product, order a sample, wait a couple weeks, or they just hire creators and spend money up front before even knowing if this product is actually gonna work. Obviously, all of this slows everything down and it limits how many products you can actually test. This is especially powerful if you're a solo dropshipper, because instead of spending hundreds of dollars per product on content, you can now create ads in bulk without hiring creators, without touching the product, and without spending money upfront. That completely changes how fast and how cheaply you can test. And by the way, if you're new here, this is Joel from Creatify. So instead of creating ads one by one, we set up a system that runs automatically. Whether you're a SaaS company, e-com brand, or dropshipping store, it generates video ads for each one. The goal of this entire setup is to take the manual work out of the ad creation. It basically watches a Google Sheet, and the second I drop a product link in there, the whole engine starts moving. I'll zoom out so you can see the scale. It looks complex, but it's really just a series of handoffs between different tools. I'm going to walk through how this actually is configured. Starting with the trigger. The new row added node, I've linked it to a specific Google Sheet by pasting the document ID right into the parameters here. This ensures the workflow only fires when a new product is added to the specific list. Next is the update sheet row node. This is critical for the feedback loop. I'm mapping the same document ID here so that once the video is finished, n8n knows exactly which row to go back to and update the final S3 link and done status. Now, to get the AI working, we have the set context node. This is where the credentials live. I have to grab the API ID and API key directly from the Creatify dashboard, and I'm just copying those over and pasting them into the fields so the workflow has permission to generate videos on my behalf. The rest of the chain handles the logic, checking for a valid URL, sending the render request, and then that wait period we saw earlier. It's a straightforward setup. But getting these IDs and sheet mappings right is what makes the whole automation stable. All right, I want to break down exactly how this automation is structured. On the screen here, you're looking at the n8n canvas. The first node is looking at my Google Sheet. I'll jump over to Alibaba to grab a real world example. I'm looking at the cell phone mist cleaner. It's a simple product, perfect for a quick video ad. So I just copy that URL, paste it into the product URLs column in my sheet, back in n8n, and as soon as I hit execute, that first node triggers. It's grabbing that specific URL and passing it down the line. It checks to make sure the link is valid, and then it moves into the set context phase. Now, this part is the brain of the whole operation. To get to the AI to generate the video, I'm using Creatify's API. In the setup nodes, I've mapped my API ID and secret key. This is basically given n8n the permission to log into my Creatify account and start a new project. Once n8n sends the generate command to the API, we hit a bit of a hurdle. Video rendering isn't instant. That's why you see this wait node. And this circular loop here, I've set it to wait for about 30 seconds. Then it pings the API to ask, is the video done yet? If the answer is no, it loops back and waits another 30 seconds. This is a lot more efficient than just guessing how long it will take. It keeps the workflow running until it gets a success status. It's basically a digital heartbeat checking on the progress. As soon as the video is done, the node returns a true value. The workflow moves into the final stretch. It fetches the S3 URL, that's the direct link where the video file is hosted. Then it triggers an update sheet node. We look back at the Google Sheet. You can see it has automatically flipped from pending to done. And that new link has just appeared. This is actually the best part. The sheet acts as your database, so you can track exactly which ads are ready to be downloaded or posted without ever leaving the document. So now we're reviewing the final output. Let's actually look at what the AI built. I'll open that S3 link. The AI has taken the product description from that Alibaba page, written a script, chosen an avatar that fits the vibe, and added all of the text overlays and background music.
I thought I'd seen every phone accessory out there until I stumbled upon this portable touchscreen mist cleaner. It all started when my phone constantly looked smudged no matter what I did. Curiosity got the best of me, and I tried this clever spray and microfiber combo. Cleaning my screen became oddly satisfying. Want that fresh, flawless look for your own device? Experience the same satisfying clarity today.
For something that started as just a raw URL and took about 2 minutes of background processing, the quality is surprisingly high. It's a complete platform-ready ad, and the best part is that I can have pasted 50 links in that sheet and the result would have been exactly the same. Now that you have seen the workflow setup, I want to show you where you actually spend your time when things aren't working. The execution tab. This is basically the flight recorder for your automation. I've navigated here to see the history of every time this flow has run. You can see a list of timestamps on the left. Some have a green check mark, meaning they have succeeded. But I'm specifically looking for this red exclamation point. This represents a failed run, April 7th at 11:27, when a video doesn't show up in your Google Sheet. This is the first place you go to find out why. I'm going to click into that failed execution. n8n, it's great because it highlights the exact node where the error occurred in red. In this case, it's the create product link node. Everything before it, the Google Sheet trigger and the context setting is green. So we know the data successfully entered the system. The breakdown happened right when we try to talk to the Creatify API. By clicking on the red node, we can open up the specific error, look to see the technical reason for the failure, and see what actually happened. Looking at the error message, it says problem in node. So this is a 502 error. This is an important distinction because it usually means the problem isn't with our n8n logic. It's with the actual server we're trying to reach. Essentially, n8n sent the correct quest, but the Creatify server was either down, overwhelmed, or just undergoing maintenance at that exact moment. It's the digital equivalent of a busy signal. Since it's a 502, the fix usually isn't changing the node. It's about adding a retry logic or simply waiting for the service to come back online. We're gonna compare a little bit of the success versus the failure ones. To be sure, I'll go back into one of the successful runs from earlier that same day. Notice how the create product link node is green here. If I look at the output data for this successful run, I can see the JSON response where it gave us a project ID and a successful status. This confirms that our API keys and URL are actually correct. The failure we saw earlier was definitely a temporary server rather than a permanent error. This is why checking your execution history is so vital. It prevents you from trying to fix a setup that isn't actually broken. If you find that these bad gateway errors are happening just too often, I'd suggest a small tweak to the node setting. Inside n8n, you can enable retry on failure for individual nodes. I can set it to try again 3 times with a 10-second delay in between. This way, if the server has a momentarily hiccup or error, the automation doesn't just die. It partially waits and tries again, often succeeding on the second or third attempt without any manual intervention from me. So to recap, we've gone through Alibaba link to fully automate a video ad. And now we know how to deep dive into the logs where the whole process hits a snag. Just really understanding the difference between a logic error and a server error, like the 502 that I gave you guys. And once the create product link node is firing consistently again, the rest of the chain, the waiting, the polishing, and the final Google Sheet update will resume its job perfectly. All right, so here's the entire setup. I'm looking at n8n workflow designed to handle bulk video creation. You can see the nodes laid out here. It's basically a logic chain that starts whenever a new row is added to a Google Sheet. I'll jump over to the sheet now. I've got a product URL here for a coffee cup. Instead of just manually downloading a bunch of images and editing them myself, I just paste that link back in the workflow. When I hit execute, you'll see the light move across the canvas and it's grabbing that URL, reaching out to the Creatify API and telling it to build a video based on the page content. There's a wait node in the middle because the AI needs a minute or two to actually render the media. Once that's done, the flow continues to an HTTP request that fetches the final video file. It's pretty seamless. Once it finishes, it just pings a Google Sheet back with the live link to the video. If I check the sheet again, the status has flipped to done, and there's the S3 link, and I'll open that up so we can see what's the AI actually put together.
Just when I thought I'd seen every cup out there, I stumbled upon a pearl color bow coffee cup unlike any other. Modern, playful, and elegantly finished with a charming bow. Picking it up felt like discovering a little luxury for everyday moments, perfect both for my morning brew and cozy get-togethers. Experience the same delight. Order your own today and bring a spark of joy to your daily ritual.
And that's the final result. It's a full video ad created without me opening a single editor. The quality is very solid for something that was essentially generated by just clicking a button. Now, think about what this actually means. You're not creating one ad. You're creating ads in bulk. Multiple products, multiple videos, fully automated. No editing, no back and forth, no manual work. Once it's set up, you can paste a list of product links and come back to fully finished ads. This completely changes how you test products. Instead of spending money up front, you can now generate ads first, test a lot faster, and only focus on the products that actually show some results. No sample needed in the beginning, and no creators needed as well. Just more testing in less time and just be more efficient. With this setup, you can generate dozens of video ads in one run, all from product links, ready to test on platforms like Meta, TikTok, or any type of social media. If you want to try this yourself, you can get 10 free credits to test Creatify below. And if you want more videos like this, breaking down real AI workflows for ads, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment with any questions.